What do you think sets the rich apart from the poor?
I think very often, we all think that rich are very intelligent. Jack Ma shared before, he failed some interview here and there. He can't get into a good university and stuff. So maybe there's some truth to it. The rich really may not be very much more intelligent than us. So it's likely, the right behavior, the right attitude. And very often that is from young. So even students, right, you can really see who has good attitude that likely would translate to success down the years. You take students, right, Cass? What's your take on
Yes,
things?
correct. As a teacher, right, I have taught many students with different level of intelligence. Like some who are really smart, I don't even have to complete my sentence and they already grasp the concept.
Mm.
Then the slower ones will require me to repeat multiple times, and sometimes they still will not be able to do the questions. But then I realized that at the end of the day, right, sometimes the slower students get better results than the smarter ones because of their aptitude and they
Mm.
really want to solve it before their exams.
So they learn, right? I mean, they don't take things for granted. They put in the hard work to master
Yes.
it. If it's math,
Yes.
you keep repeating that portion.
Yes, correct. While those smarter students, they'll just like, I know my stuff, so I'm gonna play video games, something like that.
Correct, correct. I think that translates, to what we can discuss in terms of actionable steps. That if you want to be better financially, then you need to have the right attitude. You need to have the right time towards productive things. And then very often nowadays we see that a lot of people, adults and students, are too engaged into games and entertainment. And one thing I realized is a lot of high performers, when they do their workflow, they cut away all this entertainment, not Netflix, games on your phone. Then you have time to upgrade. Then you have time to think creative. Then you have time to really specialize in more knowledge through reading and getting involved in your industry. So I think that's something that people should take note of if they want to become, better financially. A second point is also, pay wise. Maybe pay is something that you should start looking from your employer's point of view. Because if you see pay from your perspective, then you're thinking, hey, I'm only getting this salary. I'm willing to put only this amount of work in. So when you start seeing pay from your employer's point of view, you realize that the more you deliver, the better you'll be rewarded. If not, someone else will approach you to join their company. So that's something to take note of if you want to become better financially. So as a third point, anything further to add, not Cass?
What we must constantly be doing is having a challenge for ourselves.
Mm.
The mindset towards challenges is very different for those who are successful. They feel that challenges is what makes life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful.
Correct. I mean,
Yeah, and
Tesla,
I
right? I
think
mean, CEO Elon Musk, right? He's someone that seeks a lot of challenges, right? I think you've shared before.
yes, correct. From creating electric cars to building rockets, I think that is very admirable. Like even though he's the wealthiest person, he continued to seek challenges.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to, from a more normal person perspective, because he's
Mm.
special. But I think for each
Yes.
and every one of us, seeking challenges can also be you putting yourself out there for different kinds of work. Maybe that's a challenge. Then you can really expose yourself and test yourself whether you can build on new skills or not. So don't stay in your comfort zone. I think that's the key part. And then keep
Yes.
learning, keep testing yourself whether you can learn something different or value it differently.
For yourself, is there any challenge you are taking on right now?
I think the YouTube portion was a big challenge 1-2 years back, but now quite used to it already. So uh, having said that, that point of time where I started the YouTube, it was I don't know how to film, I don't know how to edit, but I always thought that there can be a difference in terms of reaching out to the market through YouTube, through videos. That's why I took on that challenge. And right now, the thing that I'm focusing on is keeping that momentum up.
Thank you for being a listener. Click on the follow, and we'll see you in a future episode.